I had to realize through that situation, no matter what, you're not a bad person. They're not a bad person. You just probably weren't good for each other. And so learning not to, I mean, I've seen people my whole life, whether it was people close in family or distant, that, you know, they demonize the other person. You don't have to do that. Especially as believers, we are called to speak well of one another, to pray. The Bible says, pray for those who hurt you, right? So for me, going through those different trials, it's taught me there's more strength in being positive. There's more strength in being optimistic and looking at the bright side. Of course, you have moments, you have days. We're human. Everybody goes through something, but being able to say that circumstance doesn't define who I am and what I was called to do in the earth, I think that that's a powerful place to be.
Absolutely. Wow, that's so beautiful. And I love that you also, I think part of that too is embracing, you say purpose over perfection. Because I think a lot of us are, you know, we struggle with that. I struggle with that personally. And like always trying to get it. So how have you stayed more focused on the purpose?
I was a perfectionist. Growing up, you know, like I said, I wanted to do everything right, get married once, stay married, do this, do that. But things happen and you cannot control the adversity that comes in your life. You're going to face something. The Bible says, though, that tests and trials come to make us strong. When I first discovered the book of Job, I instantly fell in love because not only did I love his continued pursuit of Christ, but I love the fact that God gave Satan permission to destroy his life. He said, you can take everything, but don't touch him. Do not lay a finger on a hair on his head, because God was trying to prove a point that I do have servants in the earth who love me regardless of how I perform, whether or not I bless them, whether or not I give them material things. I do have people in the world that love me. So Satan's whole objective was to get Job to say, you know what, because I lost my material things, my family, my cattle, my livestock, whatever, God isn't real. That was Satan's whole objective. But Job was like, no, I still trust him. Job even cursed the day he was born. He was like, curse the day I was born. But he never cursed God. And that was, at the end of it all, God restores him 100-fold. And that to me said, things are not always going to be perfect. You're not always going to get it right. You're going to make mistakes. People are going to make mistakes. Things are going to happen. You're going to lose. You're going to gain. But at the end of the day, God is still good. He's still faithful. And you're still called.